Welcome students, welcome for the class. Now we will have to understand main features of cellular telephone system. So first features already I have told you the cellular the honeycomb pattern. Already I have told you the honeycomb pattern. See, there is a large geographical area. There is a large geographical area. Okay, so in case of for a large geographical area, each geographical area you will break like you will subdivide like that. Small hexagonal, small hexagonal cell pattern. Like this. Suppose a large geographical area is there. Each large geographical area will be subdivided into small hexagonal pattern like this. This is one pattern. So on. Here n is number of cells is equal to 7. So on. You can subdivide a large geographical area into smaller subsection that is called cell. Each hexagonal shape like this hexagonal shape. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have subdivided a larger geographical area into 7 hexagonal shape based pattern. Each pattern is called a cell. So for each cell there is a base station that serves the cell. And we have already studied that for each cell they are assigned a radio wave channel. Each cell is assigned a radio wave channel for the communication. But the number of radio wave channels assigned for a particular cell is totally different compared to the number of radio channels assigned for its neighboring cell. Each cell is assigned a group of radio channels. The number of radio channels assigned for a particular cell is totally different from the number of radio channels from the group of radio channels assigned for its neighboring cell. That means this cell, the group of radio channels assigned for this cell and the group of radio channels assigned for this cell, these are totally different. These two are neighboring cell, and each cell is assigned a base station that serves the cell. Because of low transmitting power, sending and receiving frequencies assigned to the cell may be reused within the larger geographical area. That means because of the low transmission power, sending and receiving frequency assigned to a particular cell may be reused in other cells. This frequency of this cell may be reused in this cell. This is called frequency reuse. It is largely used in honeycomb pattern. When we have studied honeycomb pattern, there we have learned the methodology of frequency reuse, how frequency of one particular hexagonal shaped cell is reused in other cell with the help of frequency reuse technology. There is a central controller. Which reroutes the call automatically from one cell phone to another without a noticeable interception in the signal reception. There will be no interception in the signal reception. One call will be rerouted from another with the help of a central controller. Now, as the demand for the radio channels within a given cell increases beyond the capacity of the cell, as the demand for the radio channel within a given cell increases beyond the capacity of the cell, the overloaded cells splits. Overloaded cells split into smaller cells, each within its own base station. Now, this point is mentioning that if the demand of radio channels for a particular given cell, if the demand of radio channel increases beyond the capacity of the cell, then we can subdivide. Then the particular cell becomes overloaded. If the demand of the radio channel for a given cell increases beyond this capacity, then the cell will become overloaded. So, for that overloaded cell, one particular cell will be subdivided into smaller segment of cells within its own base station. And when one call transmitting automatically from one cell phone to another, there is a central controller which reroutes the call without any noticeable signal interception, without any noticeable interception of the signal. One call can be rerouted from one cell phone to another with the help of central controller without any noticeable interception of signal. Without any noticeable interception of the signal. So these are called some basic properties or basic features of cellular telephone system. We have already studied honeycomb pattern. There we have come to learn about cell structure. There we have subdivided in a broader geographical region into smaller subsection, that is called cell. The pattern is like honeycomb. Each group of cells has 7 number of cells. Each group of pattern has 7 number of cells. N is 7, and each cell is assigned a group of radio channels, but the number of radio channels assigned for a particular cell is different from its neighboring cell. There we have used how frequency reuse technology can, that means sending and receiving frequency for one particular cell, sending and receiving frequency that is assigned for one particular cell can be reused in other cells because of the low transmitting power, can be reused in other cells. This process or this technology is called frequency reuse. This technology is frequency reuse. This technology is called frequency reuse. So, because this happens only due to the low transmission power, the sending and the receiving frequency assigned for a particular cell can be reused in its neighboring cell or in any other cell, can be reused in any other cell or can be reused in the neighboring cells. And this technology we have come across in the honeycomb pattern, where this technology is called frequency reuse. Okay, so we have come across all the basic features of cellular telephony system. These features are very important to learn. So remember those features and remember the technology of those features. These are not tough to remember. Once you have studied these notes or this, I will give you the picture of the blackboard, the picture of this whiteboard. So if you study from there, if you study these points, it is not easy. It is not very tough to write in the examination hall. In the exams, it is not tough to write the main features of cellular telephone system. So tomorrow we will learn the basic block diagram of facsimile. It will be the last part of your this chapter, basic block diagram of facsimile. Till now we have learned so many things, right from the CCD, facsimile, base station, honeycomb pattern, then features of the cellular telephone system, advantage and disadvantage of GSM system. So tomorrow we will learn the basic block diagram of facsimile. And so today I am ending the class. Tomorrow we will learn the basic block diagram of facsimile. You don't need to think very much about the main features of the cellular telephone system. You just think about the basic points of the cellular telephone system, like a broader area, a larger geographical region can be subdivided in each segment. Each larger geographical area can be subdivided into smaller geographical area. Each geographical area is called cell. Each cell is assigned a group of radio channels, but one particular cell has a different group of radio channels, different number of group of radio channels compared to its neighboring cell. Each cell is assigned to a base station that serves the cell. Frequency reuse technology. There is a central controller which reroutes the call automatically from one cell phone to another without the noticeable interception of the receiving of the call, without the noticeable interception in the signal receptions. As the demand of the radio channel increases, the given cell increases. As the demand of the radio channel in the given cell increases beyond this capacity, so each cell, when it becomes overloaded, can be subdivided into smaller segment of the cells within its own base station. So do you remember all these points? Those points are very helpful to you. So these are the features of modern telephone system. Tomorrow we will learn the basic block diagram of the facsimile.